Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be the collateral damage from the narcissistic relationship. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. Pay it forward. So the narcissistic relationship, it's over. It's finished. Or you're exiting it, or you have a plan to remove yourself from the relationship. Either way, this narcissistic relationship or relationships have tested you to your core. You've learned new things about yourself. You've met new challenges head on. You've punched the narcissistic relationship, that is relationship, in the face. You are now understanding that you had to go through this relationship or relationships to get to where you are in time right now. There was no other way. You have done everything you possibly could under the sun and the moon to appease and or to make the relationship a smooth and loving relationship. Certainly you've given your resources, which I mentioned so frequently on the channel: time, money, energy, effort, love, empathy, all your resources you gave to that relationship to a fault most likely. And then something snapped, something gave. Perhaps you experienced reactive abuse, perhaps you finally put a boundary in place or stood up for yourself. And then lo and behold, shortly thereafter, inevitably, the narcissistic relationship usually ends. You either usually get discarded or you walk yourself. Now, either way, I'm not saying one way is easier than the other, because they're not, because 1 minute spent in a narcissistic relationship is more than anyone should endure in a lifetime, let alone weeks, months, years, decades, a lifetime. Having said that, the collateral damage from the narcissistic relationship, it's all around you. It has been all around you virtually throughout the body of the relationship. You just didn't see it. Here is one of the many collateral damages that I will mention on this video: your health. Your health is of the utmost importance. You need your health. You need to be able to move your body, to walk, to read, to write, to concentrate, to live. What did the narcissist do when you were in the relationship with them? Well, perhaps number one, you experienced physical abuse. I'm not saying you did, but you may have. But number two, your health certainly took a hit. And your health each and every day was becoming depleted more and more and more. And what were you doing? You were working for that individual on the hamster wheel, going round and round and trying to do things to the detriment of yourself, to the betterment or the improvement of that individual. Your health took a hit. That is one of the many collateral damages that took place in the relationship. Think about this for a minute. We all need our health. Think about how healthy you were before you met that toxic individual, and think about how you were when you were in the relationship with them. Did you develop rashes? Did you lose your hair? Did you have skin issues? Did you get other concerns that I'm not going to mention on the channel? Who knows? But the point is, I can assure you, your health took a hit when you were in the relationship, and you couldn't identify it until you removed yourself from the relationship in any capacity, and that's when your health began to return. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying that your health will improve 100%, but many, many times your health returns as soon or as shortly thereafter you removing yourself from the relationship, because there was a catalyst there about your health, and it wasn't you. It was the narcissist. They were consuming you. You were walking on eggshells. You were being gaslit. You were being given the silent treatment. The smear campaign was well underway, but you didn't know what you were up against. You thought that this person was a kind, loving individual, and they cared about you. Nothing could have been further from the truth. So that's one of the collateral damages that can be repaired. My hope is you can get back to the best version of your health possible. If your health has returned tenfold, or if you've improved immensely post-narcissistic relationship, please drop comments below. Share your wisdom with veterans, with the newbies on the channel, and pay it forward, please. More collateral damage will be relationships. It's not just the narcissistic relationship that took a hit. You now know that relationship had to expire, because each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date. But furthermore, all the people that you knew when you were in the relationship, or many people you knew before you met the narcissist, including your own family members, they may be casualties and or collateral damage from the relationship. What I say there is, after you've understood and you get the wisdom on my channel and you understand that what narcissism is and how it affected you for a period of time, inevitably you go down the rabbit hole and you start looking closer at your friends, your family, your social circle, the people you work with, neighbors, people in communities and or organizations from a lifetime ago, and you identify that, wow, that was what that strange behavior was. That's what that person meant. Oh my gosh, light bulb moment, light bulb moment, light bulb moment. And when you get this wisdom, remember, you can't unsee what you see. So this is now becoming a superpower for you. It's now becoming the new version of you, the third version of you, the strongest version of you yet. Perhaps you're not there yet. You are on the path. You are headed in the same direction as all of us, simply just taking different footsteps. But you will get there, to that pinnacle, that mountaintop of indifference, when you do the hard work, when you heal childhood wounds, when you journal, when you see a therapist who perhaps has had to go through the narcissistic relationship themselves so they can speak firsthand from their experiences, when you meditate and you slow down. All these things I'm mentioning are imperative on the healing path. But getting back on track, the friends, the family members, maybe your own children, maybe your own parents, maybe your own cousins or relatives, they become casualties and or collateral damage from the relationship, because now you're applying the wisdom and you're seeing who benefits you in your life. You're also understanding what you do want out of life, but equally as important, what you don't want out of life. And if you've conquered and or come through the narcissistic abusive cycle, you know that what you don't want out of life is now actually more valuable than what you do want out of life. And before you met the narcissist, I am certain you thought what you do want out of life was the priority. If you could actually flip that coin and say they're both equal, but the point of that message is knowing what you don't want is extremely valuable. Many times it's more important than what you do want. Sometimes it's equal, but you can't figure that out, because perhaps you fell in love with the narcissist. Because why? Because what you were looking for was love, and you wanted to fall in love. Get the point? So that's when your guard was down. That's when you were naive. That's when you were uneducated. That's when you were seeing the world through rose-tinted glasses, perhaps. And the narcissist knew this. They knew that they sized you up rather quickly and figured out what made you tick, and they worked on you insidiously, slowly, chipping away at you, chipping away at your soul, chipping away at your spirit, chipping away at your health, chipping away at your energy, chipping away at your finances, chipping away at your social circle, chipping away at your belief in yourself and yourself. So another collateral damage from the narcissistic relationship, like I said, it could be children or family members. These people must go. If you've identified that they're on the side of the narcissist and they're believing in the smear campaign, well, they just did the heavy lifting for you. It will be challenging, to say the least, to say goodbye to some people, but that's what you must do, because remember, there are casualties in every narcissistic relationship, specifically post-relationship. Think about parental alienation. Think about how the narcissist weaponizes children or weaponizes relationships against you. That's what they do. That's why these people, these creatures, are insidious shapeshifters, and they're people that what they want is to tear other people down. Many times the people they're trying to tear down, it's because they're jealous of those people or envious of those people, or those people, which are you in the community. You people all possess the beauty, the abundance, the bright shining light, the positive energy. And the narcissist wanted to take this. They wanted to actually extinguish your light. Read between the lines. They tried, they couldn't do it. They failed again. But more collateral damage from the relationship will be your finances. Think about that. Think about how your bank account, perhaps it was plump, full of zeros, and now you're in credit card debt up to your eyeballs, and you now have to pay off other things that the narcissist left you holding the bag. Perhaps it's car payments, insurance payments, their cell phone bill, taking care of the lawn, like someone who cut the lawn. Perhaps it is debt that the narcissist incurred under your name, and you are left holding the bag, paying off the credit card debt. The narcissistic relationship is littered with financial abuse. It really is, and it starts off slowly. Slowly, when you meet the narcissist, maybe they start paying for a couple things in the beginning. Then over time, things shift, as they always do. And the narcissist claims that they don't have money, or they lost their job, or you make more money than they do, or just do it this one time, or they forgot their wallet, or they forgot their purse, or just let me charge up some more Amazon packages because I wasn't feeling well and these are going to make me feel good, or because I deserve it. They will make any excuse in the book to use your money, because remember, the narcissist values money more than anything, and they value your money more than their money, meaning they want your money. Another casualty or collateral damage of the relationship will be the time that you spent in the relationship. Now, this is a tough pill to swallow for many people. I personally understood quite early post-relationship that there was no other way. I had to go through that relationship. I couldn't go around it. I couldn't avoid it. It was going to find me eventually, and boy, did it find me. That's the same thing that if you made it this far in the video, you're probably thinking right now too. The truth of the matter is time you can't get back. It's the most valuable commodity on the planet, in my opinion. Many people claim that there is no such thing as time, etc. You can believe whatever you want to. All I know is by the time I end creating this video, that period of time is up. But this period of time will have been spent wisely educating you, giving you wisdom, giving you courage, strength, fortitude, dedication, giving you tools to move forward. I could be sitting on a couch playing a video game, but do I do that? Absolutely not. My hope is you don't either. Same thing with watching mainstream media news, things like that. If you do it, God bless you. If you don't, I think you'll see the world through a different set of eyes, which leads me to the next one. Collateral damage of the narcissistic relationship. This is a caveat. It's actually a superpower. What it is now, I mentioned briefly earlier that you can't unsee what you've seen. So you now see the world through a different set of eyes once you've healed, once you've gotten the wisdom. And now you no longer give people 3, 4, 5 opportunities to prove themselves. You now give them, as I use, a 2-strike rule. Some people in the community are using a 1-strike rule, which means once they sense something is off, they just choose to not interact with that individual again. So in other words, in baseball, there's 3 strikes. Strike 1, 2, 3, and you're out. I use a 2-strike rule. There are people in the community now that use a 1-strike rule, which I applaud. If that benefits them, beautiful. That is absolutely remarkable. Good job. Having said that, the collateral damage there is that now you see the world through a different set of eyes. And when you harness that and you understand that most people don't vibrate as high as you do post-narcissistic relationship, acquiring the wisdom and healing, those are 3 key points there, that most people can't wrap their head around what you've been through. And they go through what I call the everyday fog, not the narcissistic fog, the everyday fog, where they are just existing. They're drinking the same coffee at the same time every morning. They're going to the same water cooler, drinking the same water, gossiping about people, if not planning for vacations and working 50 weeks a year at a job that is honestly a job they don't belong in, or they don't want to be working, but they need to pay the bills because they have the car payments, the mortgage payments, credit card debt. They have to look good to the Joneses and keep up with the latest gadgets and things. That's what people do. Many people do that. There is a shift in that, however, I will tell you. Many people I work with are now they're understanding post-narcissistic relationship this is. They're understanding that downsizing actually is the path, and comfort and ease is so much better than a brand name. Think about what I'm sharing with you. But the collateral damage there is, and I look at it again in a positive way, is that you can't unsee what you've seen. So now you vibrate on a higher level of consciousness because of what you've been through, because of the challenges you've faced. Now, are you still a human being? Yes, so am I. Are you better than anybody? Absolutely not. It's just that you vibrate in a different level, on a different level, because of what you've conquered, what you've gone through. And I don't say that lightly, but most people don't go through what you've gone through, and most people don't get the wisdom, and most people don't apply the wisdom, and then most people don't heal. Let me rephrase that. A lot of people heal, but it takes a lot of strength to heal, and that's why you're on the channel. So there are layers upon layers upon layers upon layers of this post-narcissistic relationship, and understanding and getting the wisdom. Remember, getting the wisdom is one thing. Applying the knowledge to better yourself each and every day is the key. That's the path. That's what you must do. So again, collateral damage is sprinkled all over the narcissistic relationship. It really is. Think about the missed opportunities in the workplace. Could you have been, could your occupation have been a different occupation? Absolutely could have. But what did the narcissist do? They probably told you they didn't want you to work. They would support you, so you became financially dependent upon them. Lo and behold, you're financially abused, you're isolated, you don't even have money to buy a new pair of shoes, and you're trapped inside your house while the narcissist is out all around the globe doing their job, getting your replacement, etc. There are so many nuggets of wisdom I could drop here. I'm trying to let you know that the collateral damage from the narcissistic relationship, it is everywhere. It is absolutely all over that relationship. And when you slow down, when you actually look back at the body of the relationship and you identify the one common denominator with all this destruction, it wasn't you, it was the narcissist. And when they discarded you, if they did, and if they did, my heart goes out to you, that's when you understood, holy cow, this person actually never cared about me. They actually detest me. They didn't love me. They don't love anybody. They are incapable of love. What they wanted to do was to enter my life for a period of time, take what they could, ransack the cupboards, if you will, run out the front door, discard an individual, i.e. you or me, and go on to the next unsuspecting individual. They're like a thief in the night. It's exactly what they are. They're an energy vampire. They're a shapeshifter, like I said. They just go on from person to person who does not have the wisdom, and they go on and extracting slowly all of your resources, emotional resources, physical resources, financial resources, friendships, relationships. That's what they do. And they don't do anything other than look for your weak spots, and they try to hammer you on those. And their strengths, your strengths, they downplay those into weaknesses. So eventually you become a shell of yourself, and that energy transfer takes place. The narcissist consumes your energy, and you're stuck holding the bag in the darkness, and they are stealing your energy, and they have now your resources. They kick you to the curb, and they go on to your replacement, i.e. the new supply. And it goes on and on and on. I hope you get the message. The only way to beat these narcissistic relationships, if you happen to fall into one of them, is to acquire the wisdom, go no contact, block the narcissist, remove them and all flying monkeys and people associated with them, and anybody you have in common with them, and get the knowledge and apply it. Learn the terms, the definitions, learn the glossary on the narcissistic abusive cycle. Example, object constancy, rage fit, stonewalling, smear campaign, triangulation, my least favorite. All of these things, hoovering, gaslighting, love bomb, all those things, learn them and apply them to real life. And then methodically, slowly make shifts in your life. Develop new patterns, new habits, carve new neural pathways. Understand that your circle of friends will diminish. But understand when you do these steps and many more, the abundance will flow through you. The energy that the narcissist tried to steal from you will return to you. Your health will return. Your mental clarity will certainly return. You will develop new friendships with new individuals, perhaps even reestablish old connections that the narcissist blew up in the past. But let me tell you one thing before I close the video. The narcissist did not want you to ever figure them out. Understand that. They did not think you were that smart. You are that smart because you're on the channel getting the wisdom. Now you need to apply it each and every day and continue to move forward. That's the path. But there will be collateral damage all throughout the relationship. And many times, let's put it this way, the further you get away from it, the more you see. And the more you see, the more you can recognize just how toxic a relationship that was. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. God bless you. I love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys.